What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Back with some more One Piece Odyssey. So nice to be back actually playing this game while also doing commentary for it. Alright, I gotta remember how to play this game again. I do not remember how to play this game. Go. That's right. Circle is how I interact with things. X is jump.
Yes.
Expect me to do a lot of, focus a little bit on some combat right now, just because I want to try and get the feel for this game again. Feel really bad. I was procrastinating earlier. I finished that one video I did earlier today. I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting in bed watching some YouTube, hanging out. One of my dogs comes up and starts, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I'm like, okay, I'll play with my dog. Playing with my dog a little bit, end up taking a nap. I wake up, I eat, I'm sitting around, and eventually I'm just sitting around just like doing commentary for what my dogs are doing, and eventually they just sit down and look at me going, what are you doing, you lazy piece of shit? Shouldn't you be recording for that fancy YouTube channel of yours? And I'm like, yeah, you should. This is the life I lead, everyone. Being told that I'm a lazy sack of shit from dogs. Alright, so if I remember correctly from the last video, we are leading into the storming of Water 7 right now. This is right as Aqua Laguna is starting in... Oh no, did I say storming of Water 7? Sorry, the storming of Enies lobby. We're at Water 7 right now. This is as Aqua Laguna is coming in. We got the big reveal of Rob Lucci and all the CP9 agents. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm a little underwhelmed with the way they're handling this arc so far. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the way they're doing it. I mean, they haven't introduced Frankie yet. I'm really surprised they haven't brought him back, especially because we've seen the Frankie family and everything. We've seen younger Frankie. That we haven't brought in our actual part. We haven't actually been introduced to our new party member. There's actually cool scenes that could have been carried out between him and Iceberg. I thought it was cool that they introduced Aokiji, that he's here. When I first saw the bike, I was like, oh, holy shit, Aokiji. It took me a second. I was like, oh my god, it's Aokiji. But yeah, I just something about it. I feel like they're really speeding through Water 7, and I know a lot of Water 7 was some filler. There was some filler episodes. There was, the biggest moment was Usopp v Luffy over the Mary. And I guess they really couldn't do that because there aren't our past selves in Memoria. Even though I'd really like to see that, I'd love to have a moment where maybe they go back into a flashback and you play as Luffy fighting Usopp. Like, it would be really cool. I mean, that was such a neat section of the game. kind of forgot what the hell we're doing right now. What is the friggin' objective right now? Yeah, I'll take all of those. Oh. I'm like looking all over for it. It's right up there in the top of the corner. Go to the sewer storeroom. I love these mice. But yeah, like I was saying, I just... This section of the game, though, I'm not... I feel like they're skipping over too much of what made... this arc so cool. You know, I guess that's my problem. I think that this was a really cool arc, and I just feel they're not doing it justice. You know, I mean, like, I didn't really get that from the last arc that we played in the Alabasta arc, because so much of the Alabasta arc was just traveling from, was traveling across the desert and getting from all the towns and everything. Which, you know, that was kind of the plot line in the... that was kind of the plot line of the anime. So it worked for me. But... I don't know. Water 7 to me, just it felt a lot tighter. And I feel like they've just skipped over some really fun things that we could have seen. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of a better way to handle it. I mean, like I said, I think bringing it, I think introducing Frankie to the party a lot sooner would have been better. That way we could have seen him and Iceberg talk. We could have seen, you know, we could have seen moments like that happen, which I think would have been a lot cooler. Bringing out Kiji, having him attack Robin made sense. I mean, yeah, the introduction of the CP9 members was neat. I guess my thing is, I just feel that they could have let this section, before CP9 gets involved and starts kidnapping people, they could have let that section breathe a little bit more, I guess is what I'm trying to get at in my own way. You know, they could have let the section breathe a little bit more. Because, I mean, frankly, I think that section of the game is really good. Or that section of the anime. You know, we see a lot of really cool setup for what made Enies Lobby so great. And I don't want anyone accusing me of of saying, "Oh, Enies Lobby wasn't that great," because I always say that my favorite arc was Thriller Bark. My favorite arc was Thriller Bark, mostly because that's where Brooke got introduced. And I love Brooke, so. But yeah, I don't know. The concept of how they built Water 7, of just how we got to where we were. I think they were just trying to sprint through it so we could get to Enies Lobby. Oh my god. I think I jumped to the wrong point again. But yeah, I think they sprinted through narratively so we could just get to Enies Lobby, but I also don't think they constructed... No. Back. Shit, I need to go to the upper level. God damn it. Keep doing that. But yeah, I also think they constructed Water 7 poorly, because Water 7 is supposed to be based off of Venice, if I remember correctly. That's where Oda got the inspiration for the city. So it's supposed to be all canals, all these interconnected canals and stuff. What do you mean, probably? Don't worry, we'll get there soon enough. What kind of guide are you? But yeah, just because Water 7 was supposed to be based off of Venice and just all these interconnected canals and everything. I just think they lost some of the spirit of what Water 7 was. Part of what made it so cool. And I think they got some of what made Alabasta so cool, was just the spans of the desert and the fact that people had to try and move such vast distances and everything. Mixed up with the fact that you were fighting a guy who controlled sand in literally a nation of deserts, which was kind of a fucking problem. They did so much of what Alabasta was in the Alabasta section that, like I said, I just think they missed some of it for this one. Can I? Thank you. So wait a minute. We could have asked that guy to just open that for us? Well, that's bullshit. Yeah, I get it. Ew, that road wasn't there before. Yeah, fuck off. I also haven't seen Iceberg's mouse friend in a little while, and I want to see the mouse friend. Give me some time. I'll make some adjustments. We're breaking through the storm. No telling what will happen now. I should probably do a full inspection. I mean, hell, we haven't even... Not only do we not have Frankie, we haven't seen the two weird chicks who hung out next to Frankie with the weird hair. I can't even remember their names. There were the two giant... oh my god. What were they called? Oh my god, the little sea creatures that helped out in the assault on Enies Lobby. So much of the Frankie family. We haven't met all of the other shipwrights who helped out in the assault on Enies Lobby. We haven't met Lady Kokodo, who drove the boat, or who drove the sea train. I mean, there were so many cool and just weird characters in this arc that we have not seen, that I think should have been in it. I mean, hell, I thought it was I thought it was bad that Pell wasn't part of the Alabasta section, but there are so many important characters in this section that go with the Straw Hats that made it possible so they could get to the intersection of Enies Lobby and find Robin. That's what I'm saying. This was a major arc with so many characters that they didn't give they're rushing to the payoff without doing any of the setup. Man, the Rocket Man is so cool. I wish Iceberg would finish soon. I thought it was the Puffing Tom. No, wait, no, that was the name of the sea train. I thought this was like the Puffing Tom 1 or something weird like that. Mr. Ice, don't thank me yet. The Rocket Man is a failed sea train prototype. Blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, because it didn't have brakes, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Calling him Mr. Ice, I liked what they called him better in the dub. Didn't call him Ice Dude, or Ice Guy, or something like that. Doesn't seem like the Franklin family or the Galley Law guys are coming with us this time. Well, we'll manage without them. Don't lose to him this time, Luffy. Yada, yada, yada. Knockout Pigeon Guy. He's talking about Rob Lucci. Yeah, and see, that's something else. I mean, I guess they couldn't introduce us to Rob Lucci and all of them before because the characters already know that there are spies within the Galley Law Company. But still, like I said, there were so many cool shipwright characters who were a part of the Galley Law Company. The guy who had who always had the cowlick that every time he pushes it down, it comes off on a different spot of his head. The guy with the ropes. There were just so many cool characters in this section of the game. Or in this section of the anime. Can something this big and heavy really run over the water? Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada. Don't worry, Lim. It's a sea train. That's not much of an explanation there, Luffy. I mean, but they really didn't explain that much in the manga or the anime. It was really just, it's a sea train. Yep, that's what it is. By the way, who's going to steer this time? We had Kokodo last time. And the old mermaid, don't remind me. Oh, yes, Sanji hated the fact that he saw Lady Kokodo, who was a mermaid, but she didn't look like a mermaid. See, that's what I mean. They're even referencing these characters. I found a note in the cargo on how to operate Rocket Man. We'll leave the steering to you. That's great. So we're just leaving the steering to her instead of, introducing the characters who did it, because that would be fun. I'm still mad about that. I'm sure you don't know, but this time we're definitely not going to fly through the air. What? This thing can fly? I can't wait to see that. Hey, I told you we're not going to fly this time. Alright, I'll knock Pigeon Guy out, get Usopp back. They're gone. What a crazy bunch. What was that sound? Was it a voice calling me? Oh, look at the little mouse. Aw. Oh, it's the Klabauterman, isn't it? Was that you calling me here? Run. I want to run. One more time. I want to run. What's the matter, Iceberg? You just show up out of nowhere and now you're talking to yourself? Oh, so you can't hear it. Perfect. You can give me a hand. We're fixing the ship and putting her out to sea. What? I can't remember. Yeah, I probably never talked about it because when we got introduced to the crew used Rocket Man to get over the rolling seas of the Aqua Laguna and arrive at Enies Judicial Island. Okay, so a couple things, because I never really kind of talked about this arc, and I want to talk about this arc a little bit, because I think I was sick when I did a whole bunch of this recording, and that's where all those non-commentary videos came through. So Enies Lobby, for anyone who doesn't know, this arc, they come into Water 7. They wanted to get their ship fixed because the Going Merry had been getting really damaged. Eventually, one of the shipwrights from Galley Law, the company that they wanted to get it searched from, who ended up being a CP9 agent, who CP9, they're a secret police within the under the control of the government. Basically told them the ship's fucked. You can't fix it because the keel was damaged. You cannot fix the Mary. They had to make a new ship. That caused a fight between Usopp and Luffy, because Usopp wanted to stick with the Mary, and Luffy, even though it sucked, had to make the best decision for the crew. That made them have a big split. Robin ended up getting kidnapped by CP9 because they were going to take her to Enies Lobby to be executed for her crimes of being able to read the poneglyphs and being the last person who survived the O'Hara massacre. Aqua Laguna, I mentioned that a few times. It's just a massive storm that hits, I can't remember if this has been talked about in this arc yet. It's a massive storm that hits the area of Water 7. Enies Lobby, as I said, the Judicial Island. It's where the gates of justice are, the courthouse. I believe... No, is Marineford? I want to say Marineford is nearby, but because I believe Enies Lobby sits on a giant whirlpool or within a really messed up part of the sea. I'm trying to remember how it works exactly, but basically it kind of moves in a triangle. You have Enies Lobby, and then you can go to Marine HQ at Marineford, or to the pirate prison of Impel Down. So that's how it goes, and they're gonna execute Robin. That's the whole thing, and then the crew goes and saves her. That's the Enies Lobby arc. I'm trying to think if there's any other things that I wanted to kind of run on about. I was talking about the things I liked about it, and I feel like talking about that arc. I mean, you kind of see what I mean by going through this. This arc is really cool. Oh right, I remember what made me want to start talking about that. It was the voice, it was the Mary talking to Iceberg. If anybody's wondering, well, what's that voice? It's the Mary had what is known as a Klabautermann. I'm trying to remember the exact lore behind them, but essentially it's kind of like the spirit of the ship. It's the spirit of the Mary that made them, that she's been treated well by the crew, and she was really just a member of the Straw Hats, not just their ship. She was a character in and of herself, and at one point, I think it was Ikaku, the guy with the square nose from CP9, ends up sending Mary out into the water during Aqua Laguna, and right when the Straw Hats needed her most, at the very end of the arc, she comes back and saves them all, and then they literally give her a Viking funeral by like setting her ablaze and watching her go off and everything. Such an emotional moment, because you even see Mary kind of saying thank you. I just wanted to help you one more time. It was such a nice moment. Sorry about that. I had to be a weeb for a second. God damn it! The symbol for the world government. Well, I was in my networking class, and my professor on the whiteboard starts drawing a basic network, with the main router, all the different departments, and then internet, and he literally drew it exactly with the world government logo. It just made me laugh. However, I'm not alone anymore. What does that mean? Is it a memory you can't forget? Yes, very much so. Or are we going to see it? Okay, the burning of the Library of Ohara. Soga King burning the flag. Robin's I want to live moment. Their determination to protect their friends, even if the whole world is against them. Again, just little. I'm not sure if I've explained that yet. Robin is from an island called Ohara, which had a whole bunch of scholars on it. The scholars were studying the poneglyphs, which is forbidden information. In the One Piece world, the Marines showed up, declared a what's called a buster call, which is essentially a whole bunch of Marine ships show up and just bomb the shit out of the island, made sure nobody escaped. Well, there was one Marine who made sure that Robin escaped. He kind of went against the Marines. It was Jaguar de Sol. He was a giant, really cool character, and it helped Robin escape. So that was with the burning, the big tree, and the burning of all those books. That was the destruction of the Library of Ohara. And what I mentioned about the I want to live moment, it's a really dope moment in the anime. Right where I believe it's also it's almost shot for shot right out of the manga too, if I remember correctly. It was right after Luffy, right where they're all standing, he beats one of the CP9 agents, Blue and O. He beats him down. It's one of our first really big moments that we get to see him use Gear Second. Excuse me, burp. Where we see him use Gear Second, and they're all standing up on those those elevated portions of the wall, and it's this really cool badass moment. It's all the characters are standing there. Usopp wearing his Soga King disguise or his Sniper King disguise, because at that point, because of the whole issue with him fighting Luffy over the boat, or over the Mary, that he hadn't really made up for it yet, even though they all knew it was Usopp. He couldn't show his face, but he still wanted to be there, and then he shot a fire star at the world government flag that was up there. It was essentially the Straw Hats declaring war on the world government. Robin up there crying, "I want to live!" Because she's always like, "Why are you doing this? I don't care if I die or whatever," and she breaks down. Oh, it was such a good moment. Sorry. God damn it, man. Even though this isn't my favorite arc, it's still one of the better arcs. It was so good. Oh, that's what gave her faith in her friends and her courage to live. Let's go. God, that was such a good arc. What just happened to Luffy? Hey, Luffy. Wait a minute. Why'd they use the... Nah, whatever. What? They just shoot right to the end? Well, I'm gonna have to see where the Rocket Man let him out. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I'm alive? I thought I was gonna die. Security seems tighter than the last time. Really? Doesn't matter since we're just gonna knock everyone out anyways. You got that right. Let's go. Yeah! Okay. I still think, like I said, they should have stuck more to what more to how the game functioned. Again, they gave themselves an out by, and I said this during Alabasta, that they gave themselves the out of being able to go, well, we're not doing a shot-for-shot remake because, you know, memories degrade over time. They came up with an in-world reason. It was cute. It was clever. But still, man, I think they should have gone... They should have done more, or at least introduced more of the same characters. Because again, man, this arc had so many neat characters, so many neat moments. It just makes me a little sad. Okay, so we got the Navy. Of course, he's got a Gatling gun. Okay, we got a power fighter against Zoro. That's perfect. Luffy is not in an advantage here.
Dos Fruro. Grup.
Testicle crush. Let's go with Flambage shot. Hey, goddamn, man, this arc was so fucking good. I mean, this is also the arc that we saw. That we saw Sanji unveil Diablo Jambe. You know, we got to see Nami really kind of step up. Oh wait, this is also where she unveiled the Fata Morgana, wasn't it? Yeah. This was where she unveiled Fata Morgana for the first time. Kind of looking around at the map here, trying to figure out how we want to move around. And CP agents. Oh, just any slobby agents. Never mind. And when I say CP, that means CP stands for Cipher Pole. Yeah, CP stands for, in this case, stands for Cipher Pole. So there's Cipher Poles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 being the most, you know, was the, I'm trying to think what's the best way to phrase it, was the most secretive or the most effective under the command of Rob Lucci. They all were masters of... Oh my god, what was their martial art called? Can't remember. Yeah, they were all masters of a special martial art. You actually we actually see variants of
落ちんと
that martial art actually used by Sanji. Because what they have one of the forms was airwalk, I think is what it was. Essentially, it was they kicked the air so hard that they end up, basically you're able to fly, not fly, but keep yourself up in the air. And Sanji actually learns that post time skip. Is that who I think that is?
かかってこい
Those?
あ
Yeah.
あなたたちの相手は
They're gonna
私よ
fight. Are those guys little gorillas? Are they might be. These guys, I think, are guards from
しょうがない
Impel Down.
次はドイツだこの
I love these guys. Look how cute they are.
さあガツンとかますわよサンダーチャージウィングアームやってくれたわね存分にやらせてもらう
If anybody who's still stuck around after me nerding out, talking about
待ってろ
talking about this arc and all that stuff, I will,
任せて
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have another moment like that for the rest of this arc. Mostly because I'm trying to think. I think I've covered most of the important bits and even how this arc ends.
奴らだぜディアブルジャンブ
And all my ranting in this video. I would have liked to spread it out a little bit more, but just because of the circumstances, I didn't have a chance to go off on a rant
どうすっかな
earlier on.
Ikzu!
俺が相手だ行くぞギアセカンドゴムゴムのジェットバズーカゾロ
キャプテンは
And that's how you do that. I'm still waiting to figure out what the hell those Yaya cubes are.
敵が多いわねさすがエニエスロビーだわ
あ、行き止まり
I'll take that, thank you. Sneak behind you. Grab that.
エニエスロビーにもヨイサがいるのかよ
Bronze bat soup. Special traveling Yoisa shop. Okay, so that's general supplies. And this is the junk shop. Spondoms. God, I hate Spondom. Jabra. Khalifa's notebook. Okay, so we got an HP and attack item. The attack item, yeah, I'll take. Ah, fuck it, I'll take them all. Before anybody asks, am I gonna equip those? Yeah, I will, but give me a moment. I'll do it in between videos. Nice teeth, dude. Well, well, I see you pirates managed to make it this far. However, this flamethrower is key to blocking the way. I mean, that's what I heard. Is that true? How would I know? Where do you hear it from? Anyway, I can't let you destroy this. I shall punish you in the name of justice. That okay with you guys? Yeah, do whatever you want. But we're the ones who are gonna win. Very good. Then the elite agents of Enies lobby shall face you. Are you sure you're okay with that? Stop trying to check in with us. God damn it. I'm complaining about this section of the game, and then you do something like that and just make me laugh. I will say, again, that is one of my favorite things about this game, is I really do think they know Oda's humor and his style. You know, they got his art style down pat, and they know his humor. I really respect that.
1人10万よ。幸せパンチ。
Yeah, power, technique. Hey, maybe if you were going to take Usopp away from us, maybe you could have introduced Frankie back into the group. That way we'd have, you know, at least 2 speed characters. Huh? And you could introduce the new character. Or you know what I mean? You can introduce a new character back into the game. Or a new character into the party. I'm still going to be really pissed off if Brook doesn't get brought in. I'm going to be super pissed if they don't. You know, if Brook doesn't get some time to shine. Yeah, I could jet pistol again. I could jet whip. But really, that doesn't help me against those guys who are all technique. Oops. Sorry, Nami.
まずいわね。こいつ強いわ。
Let's go. That. He's still on our side.
気をつけて。任せて。支援フルール。デルフィニウム。これからな。
やったわ。
面白い。きっちり型をつける。
Let's see here. What? Throwing bombs at us? That's rude. Trying to remember, do we have any bond arts? Nope, because they both our Bond arts involve Usopp.
これを今行こう。これでどう？
まずいわね。こいつ強いわ。よし、交代だ。ドクターレーヌ。俺。
Oh, Commodore gauges power. Cool. Aw.
やった。これで通れるようになったな。
Now we can get through.
回り込んで先に進むぞ。
Cube fragment for Zoro. Skill up. There we go. Level 2 line song. That a little stronger. Shoot, why are you guys on this side? Oh, the flamethrower will be no use if they're at our backs. What do we do, Luffy? Destroy the thing in our way? Yeah, let's knock it out. Don't come near me. Everyone, get over here. The flamethrower. No, come protect me. Come protect me. That's about right. Okay, let's see here. I want to go with a jet whip, I think. Hey, they hit Chopper. How dare you do that to our favorite little guy? No Lion Song is actually the move that I have that does the most damage. Okay. Well, problem is she does not have a lot of TP. I just kind of need to heal up. A lot of technique characters, so let's bring out Nami. Let's hit a good old Thunder Lance tempo. Just do some general damage all over the place. Okay. Knock him out. Let's hit both these guys with a Dragon Twister. I was really hoping that would take him down.
これは一筋縄ではいかなそうね。ドスフルール。グラップ。
Ooh.
まずいわね。こいつ
Okay, let's think here. Let's go with our classic Cyclone tempo. Got that knockout. I really like how I've built Nami in this game so far. I've essentially made her a glass cannon, which that's Nami to a T right there. That's just kind of her character. I mean, hell, I think it was kind of this arc that we noticed that Nami actually has a lot of potential to be super powerful. Kind of. You know, she was one of those characters that was. You can't look down on her like she's just some throwaway character. I mean, really, that was I think the coolest thing about the time skip was that each of the Straw Hats were kind of looked down on. I mean, they're not going to go toe to toe with the like most powerful characters out there, but Nami, Usopp, Chopper, all of them really dialed in their skills so they weren't holding people back in the new world. I mean, hell, that was also a big part of everything in the God, man. Enies Lobby had just so much just cool content in it, because that was actually a big part of Enies Lobby. Was Usopp also felt that he was holding the crew back because he didn't really have any. You know, he didn't have a devil fruit power. He couldn't cut through steel. He wasn't the monster trio, essentially, because really they were the heavy hitters, being Usopp or Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. You know, everyone else could hold their own as best they could, but they couldn't be relied on to win the big fights. But that kind of changed post time skip. You know, like they really seemed like when they were off on their own, you never really had to worry about them too much, especially against the cannon fodder kind of characters. And then even in their bigger, more important fights, they could still hold their own. They were still strong characters. So, all right, guys. Looking at the time, we're over 50 minutes. I think this is a good place to leave it. Jeez, I almost left this game sit for like 2 months. Oh, it's so fun to be back. Thank you so much for watching it. As always, social media down in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. But until then, guys, I'm out.